Full Velocity TV begins now.
Well, it may be yet another Manic Monday, but it is about to take an all-time feverish high pitch because you are tuned into Full Velocity TV. Good evening, everybody. Welcome aboard this evening, hanging out at the Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio. Here with the Dirt Slingin Outlaws. These guys at DSO ready to rock tonight with pro late model and super late model action. We'll focus here on the pros for a little while, and you are locked and loaded here live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Good evening, everybody. Phil LaCasse here along with my broadcast partner, Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton, on the controls for us tonight here at Full Velocity. And Todd, we come back to what I guess you could say is home base for us, to the DSO, Dirt Slingin Outlaws, and we have a tremendous good field of race cars out here with the pro lates, and we're ready to dive into the racetrack for heat race number 1, so I'll throw it down to you, and you give us a little bit of a whirl and maybe take us through the starting lineup for the first heat.
Yes, indeed, the starting lineup for heat number 1, Dirt Slingin Outlaws, Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio. Starting on the pole, driving the number 42, that's Trevor Collins. Outside of him is the sidewinder, Scott Schroyer. Schroyer aboard the number 2. Next row back, starting in the third starting position, driving the number 19, that's George Casto. Casto in the number 19 machine, and outside of him was the number 5 of Dylan Sweer. Dylan Sweer is aboard the number 5. Next row back, rolling off in that fifth starting position, driving the number 101, that's Martin Karch. Karch aboard the 101, and Brett Rolls is his dancing partner outside in the number 17. Shotgun on the field is a 233, that's Anthony Feathers. Anthony Feathers aboard the 233, also known as Tony Feathers. Anthony's on the screen, but we're going to call him Tony here tonight.
Yep, Fast Tony aboard that 233 car. Roll off 7th here, field out to the racetrack. Looking next time around, we'll go green flag racing here. The iRacing.com pace truck will schedule its way off the speedway here next time around. So get suited in, guys. Heat race number 1 coming up next. Great to have you all aboard tonight live. Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch TV. Like our link out there. Give us a share if you could. Get it out to everybody out there tonight and let everybody know Full Velocity TV is out here with the Dirt Slingin Outlaws, giving you some of the absolute best in pro and super late model action here tonight. Off of Turner 4, Trevor Collins and Scott Schroyer are going to bring us to our first green flag of the evening. Take a little bit longer. Off of 4, green flag goes to the starter stand. We are off to racing. Collins and Schroyer doing it toward the turn 1.
And door down to turn number 1, the number 42 down on the bottom side. That is Collins Schroyer up on the top shelf of the speedway in that number 2 machine, the number 5 now. And Dylan Schroyer into that third spot. George Casto in the number 19 machine running in 4th and up on the high side there, Phil. And we know this is a high side dominant track here, Eldora Speedway, so you want to make quick work of that. You want to pull the slider here. Scott Schroyer down to the bottom side here. Pro late model racing action. Again, these are fixed setups. The supers later will be open setups, but fixed setups the way of the land here in the pro late model division. The number 42 of Trevor Collins right now leading the way.
Absolutely is, and Schroyer was down to the inside trying to maybe find that run down there, and I think that might be a good idea. We know the racetrack is going to go high line dominant over the course of the night, but it looks to be really fresh right now, Todd. The inside still looks like kind of a little bit, light as long as the outside lane, so is there no better time to maybe make that peak down low to make something happen than early on in the night before that track gets all tore up down there?
Got a little bit of contact made there towards the back portion of the field there, Phil. A couple of drivers making contact to the inside barrier there. But we are still clean and green here. Still, the number 42 machine of Collins leads Schroyer. But I'm going to tell you what, Phil, there's no real time to really pull some type of maneuver like that. But I'm telling you what, I usually wait till probably the last couple laps before I'm going to pull the slider. Maybe on the leader if you're going to judge that. But the 42 of Trevor Collins starting to tick away here. About a 2-car length advantage over the number 2 machine.
Absolutely right. We got 10 laps, our heat race distances here tonight, and off of turn number 2. This time by, we're going to put lap number 8 up to the board. So starting running the laps here, Trevor Collins beginning to drive away from Scott Schroyer in the 2. Scott's got his hands full with Dylan Schweer, the number 5. George Casto's there. Martin Karch, your top 5. All tucked in there up front. 2 cars off the pace. Tony Fetters, Brett Rolls had that contact with the inside wall, so they're kind of off pace here. But off of turn number 4 this time there, Todd, we're going to get 2 to go from the stand. Twin sticks up in the air. 2 more trips around for Trevor Collins, who looks to be pacing this one relatively unchallenged this time through 3 and 4, looking for the white flag.
Yeah, Schroyer dives down to the bottom. Here's white flag up in the air. One more trip around the speedway. Collins showing the advantage here, but the number 5 now diving down to the bottom side, trying to make a run at the number 2 machine of Scott Schroyer. Schroyer now maintains that second spot into turn 3 for the final time. Heat race number 1 going to be picked up by the 42 of Trevor Collins. Scott Schroyer, Dylan Schweer, the number 19, the dictator himself, George Casto in the number 19 machine, Martin Karch, Brett Rolls, and Anthony Fetters aboard the number 233.
All right, I'm glad you got the dictator's name right there, because we went over that one a little bit yesterday, and glad you got that one all cleaned up there. So, yes, you did. So we're ready to rock and roll here for heat race number 2. On the pole here, going to be the 55 car, Steven Spies, and alongside of him in the 111, that is Russell Snellings. Row number 2, we find car number 18, Eddie Molinix, with the number 21 car of Nathan Castle alongside. In our third row, we find car number 66 of Steven Spies, and alongside of Steven in that number 04, Fast Frank Gonzalez. And rolling off shotgun here on the field, 7th starting position, will be car number 99. That is Dan Collinsworth. So there you have it. 7 more drivers going to take their hand to the Eldora Speedway for 10 more laps around. And not a betting man there, Todd, but I think we've got 21 cars on the field here tonight. I'm thinking these guys, it's scheduled to have, a little bit of C and B main action, but I'm going to think these guys will skip right over that. We'll probably see all 21 cars on the racetrack here for our 30-lap main event coming up here in a little while. So good time for these guys to settle in and work this racetrack out. Fixed setups here, but the track shouldn't take too much of a pounding before we get to feature racing.
No, I definitely have to agree with you there, Phil. It shouldn't take too much of a pounding. Feature racing, though, you're going to see some different grooves here. That's probably going to maintain to the top here. We'll see what happens as they're trying some different things here at Dirt Slingin Outlaws to try to get the top, not to be so dominant. But I tell you, Eldora's been dominant on the top side. Got to say hello to Jake Keel out there. He's hashtag making merch and watching Full Velocity TV. Our buddy Jake Keel out there in the chat box. Thank you, Jake, for joining in with us. We got Brian Wax out there. Seen Cody Olson, seen Frank Gonzalez, Craig Pritchard, Brian Wax out there. A lot of guys out there here watching us here tonight. Get ready to come. Green flag off of turn number 4. They're restacked. They're repacked. Green flags in the air. And the 360 Pro Late Models and out to action here. Heat race number 2. The 55 machine maintains the top spot there for a moment. Snellings to the top side. Side by side here through corners 3 and off of corner number 4. Who's going to lead lap number 1? It's going to be Russell Snellings in that number 111 machine.
Yeah, using the outside lane to his benefactor there. He's going to take the lead now off the turn number 2. You got Speeds down in the second spot. Good little race going on for third. That was kind of short-lived as well between, looks like his, that's the 21 car of Nathan Castle. He's around the 18 of Molinix there. That was a good little race there for a brief moment. Those guys go back getting at it here off of 3 and 4. I think that's Molinix there, maybe up to the third spot. Castle report this timing and scoring go a little bit crazy on my screen. But now a race for the lead off of the corner. Here comes Steven Speaks back down low, looking to make room on Russell Snellings. Russ got that car ripping the lip up top there, Todd. No hiccup at all in the 111. He'll maintain the lead on the back chute.
Yeah, that top shelf really working for Snellings aboard the 111 machine. Speeds worked down to the bottom side in the 55 machine. Was not able to pull off a pass there through the corner. Looks like a slider. It's going to have to be slide job heaven here tonight, Phil. Eldora, the track just going to top side once again. The 55 machine right there on the rear bumper of Snellings, but not able to get by him there. So we'll see what's going to happen here as we still got 5 laps remaining around Eldora Speedway. Ball next running for a 3. Nathan Kassler running in that 4th spot. Steve Spiess in the number 66 machine rounds out your top 5 as they run right now.
Yes, they do, but all single file up against the wall there on the racetrack. One car peeking on a line back to the back part of the field. I think that may have been Frank Gonzalez looking down low back there with Steve Spiess back there. Also Dan Collins are off the 99. Those guys going to get after it toward the back of the field. But up front, it is all single file. All Russell Snelling's up front of the 111. Steven Spiess there for 2. Race for 3rd, I thought was going to kind of be a good one between Moenix and Castle, but that's kind of stayed single file. So they'll work their way off of turn number 4 this time, where they are going to be greeted by popsicle sticks up in the air. 2 more trips around here for Russell Snellings, but Steven Spiess keeps peeking down to the inside. Is there one more rabbit he can pull to maybe throw a slider here in these closing laps?
We're just going to have to wait and see. Like you said, there was only 2 laps remaining. Can Spiess pull a slider here on Snellings aboard the 111 machine? White flag in there. So he's got one more trip to do it aboard the number 55 machine. And man, he makes a lot of contact to the outside wall. That's going to choke him up just a tad bit from his run down into turn number 3. But he's going to let it eat down there, trying to do something there in the 55 machine. He's not going to do it. Russell Snelling's going to take down heat number 1 here, Phil. It's going to be the 55 finishing up 2nd, 18 of Moenix finishing 3rd, Nathan Kassler for 4.
You know when races run together, because that was heat race number 2 when Todd is calling him 1. Maybe we are working a whole hell of a lot, but 2 heat race number 2, Russell Snelling is going to take down the win. Heat race number 3 going to quickly make its way out to the racetrack, and this is how this one will go to post here with 7 cars on the pole. Number 25, Merrill Frazier on the pole alongside in the 017 will be Adam Joseph. In run number 2, the 804 of Roger Jett with the 81 car. Oh, Joey Lamb on the outside of the 2nd row. Curtis Uphoff going to start position number 5. He's in car 129 with the 77 car of Gary Bunsen alongside. And rolling off shotgun on the field, car number 45. Old Mike Massey going to roll off from P7 here in heat race number 3. That's going to bring the last of our 21 cars in the pit area here at Eldora tonight for the Dirt Slingin Outlaw Pro Late Model Series. All these guys are going to get their shot out here, but these 7 drivers especially going to take their trek around for 10 more laps around here, put heat racing action in the books, and should be no time at all before we're on the racetrack for a awesome 30-lap feature event. These Pro Late Models fixed setups, an awful lot of fun to watch, an awful lot of fun to drive, and who's it going to be here at heat race number 3 is this time around, I believe the iRacing.com pace truck going to find his way onto pit road. Going to put these fields under the green flag for 10 more circuits around, and I hope you guys are locked and loaded, comfy in your chair, something good to drink, something really good to snack on and eat. Looking forward to diving into a snack myself here in a little bit. Off of 4, that Silverado going to find his way to pit road, and green flag going to go in the air. We are racing off at turn number 1. Adam Joseph going to try to use the outside. Merrill Frazier, a new name to us, in the 25. He's going to keep it digging down low. They're door-to-door for the race lead off the back chute.
Yeah, Merrill Frazier in that number 25 machine deep down to the bottom side. Catfishing it down on the bottom, trying to keep the 017 of Adam Joseph at bay. Joseph still fighting on the top side of the speedway, side by side through corners 1 and off of 2, shooting down the back straightaway. Put the number 017 of Joseph to the lead. The 25 machine of Frazier going to finish it, going to be in that 2nd spot. The 81 of Joey Lamb running in that 3rd spot. 4th right now is Roger Jett aboard the number 804 machine. These guys are pretty close as it goes right now. We're coming up on 7 to go here already in heat race number 3. These guys ticking off laps rather quickly.
They certainly are, and I'm glad you got that one sorted out for 3rd on back, because when they came off of turn number 2 on lap number 2, they were kind of sorted out 3 wide, almost 4 cars there racing for 3rd. So pretty good battle going on there. Joey Lamb over the hold on to that 3rd spot, putting Roger Jett to 4th. Curtis Uphoff and Gary Bunsen, they have a really good race going on there for the 5th spot right now. Give it to Uphoff. Bunsen trying to make it work down low, but up front, it is all Adam Joseph off the high lane of the racetrack, which I think is no surprise to anybody who follows the workings here at Eldora. He's going to lead the field, but Merrill Frazier, 25, he's going to take one more shot down to the inside. Slide job being thrown there. Oh, almost made it sticking out. Almost around the 25 goes. Feast or famine, you got to take that shot to see if it'll work. Comes up short there off of 4.
Yeah, and then we were inside the cockpit of the number 25 machine as he was trying to pull that slider. You see him get all kinds out of shape. He did lift out of the throttle. You could hear it there. But that's going to cost him. The 81 of Joey Lamb going to move up into that 2nd spot around the number 25 machine. And now Roger Jet on the outside, now going around the 25 also. So 25 stuck on the bottom, and it looks like a freight train here on the top shelf of the Speedway film. You know what this reminds me of? A dirt version of Talladega.
It really does. They're just stuck up against the wall. There's nothing really you can do. Is off before this time. Adam Joseph will take 2 to go from the stand here. 2 more trips around the legendary half mile here in Rossburg, Ohio. Off into turn number 3 now for the 017 with basically no pressure from behind. He'll see the white flag from the stand. 1 more trip around for the 017 car into 1 and 2. Using the outside lane to perfection there with 8 car lengths over our second place running car number 81 now of Joey Lamb there up to second, but through 3 and 4 for the final time. Give our final heat race of the night to the 017 of Adam Joseph. Joey Lamb going to be in for 2. Roger Jet 3rd. Merrill Frazier 4th. Curtis Uphoff going to run our top 5 there. Gary Budson, Mike Massey will round out our field. So that, for all intents and purposes, Todd, unless a curveball gets thrown that I'm not expecting, I'm thinking we may be moving straight to the main event. I guess that will be kind of determined here in probably the next 30 to 45 seconds. All right, there we go. We're skipping all the way through here to a warm-up, and then we're going to get set for an awesome 30-lap feature event for these guys on the Dirt Slingin Outlaws. So before we get racing, what do you say we throw this thing trackside, pay homage to this great country, the United States of America, and the playing of our national anthem? Back here live for Full Velocity TV here at the Eldora Speedway. Full Velocity TV brought to you tonight by our friend Brendan Spadafora. SpadaforaFirearms.com. You want to purchase a new weapon or expand an existing one? Maybe you need some new ammunition or whatever else you may need their outdoor needs. Check out Brendan's website now, SpadaforaFirearms.com. Also want to thank Jeff Brown from iRacing iFlag. You want some great telemetry. Some iFlags are a great new addition to your racing rig. Check out iRacing iFlag, Jeff Brown at iRacingIFlag.com. Also, a big shout to our buddy Jim Revis over at Evil One Graphics, doing a whole lot of great car wraps. His paint shop has been throwing out some tremendous work here recently. Check out Evil One Graphics. Not only good, they are evil. Also, a big shout out to our other buddy out there who's doing some really awesome wraps as well. Jameson Colbridge over at CNC Race Designs. What a great wrap. Will be a part of Team CCRD today. Look the best in show while winning all the dough. CNC Race Designs. Hell yeah. Also, I'm going to say thank you to the guys over at DirtSeries.com. We'll see these guys back on the air this coming Thursday night with the Indoor Nationals there. The midgets at the Chili Bowl will be a lot of fun. Want to be involved now? Sign up over at DirtSeries.com, dirt-series.com, where you can find those guys. Also, a big thank you also to our buddy Tyler Blankenship over at Hanover Record Service for all the great support he gives us, and also going to thank our buddy Charles Wooten out there for all the great help with all these great new custom overlays. They look absolutely outstanding. A lot of great stuff going on. Thanks to all who make Full Velocity TV go around here tonight. Dirt Slingin Outlaws, the Eldora Speedway Pro Late Models about to take to the racetrack. Todd, they are getting ready to grid up now. So what do you say we dive into tonight's starting lineup for our 21-car 30-lap main event?
And now, tonight's starting lineup, Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio, DSO, Dirt Slingin Outlaws, Pro Late Model Division here tonight. Starting on the pole, driving the number 42 machine, that's Trevor Collins. And his dancing partners outside, that's the 111, that's Russell Snellings.
In row number 2, we find car number 017, that is Adam Joseph. The number 2, the Sidewinder, Scott Schroyer.
Next row back, rolling off in the 5th position, driving the number 55 machine, that's Steven Spees. And outside of him is the 81, that's Joey Lamb.
Next row back, we find the 5 car of Dylan Schweer with the number 18 of Eddie Mullenix alongside.
Roger Jett and George Casto in the number 19 machine, complete row number 5.
Row number 6, we've got Nathan Kassler and Merrill Frazier with Martin Cart, Steve Spees, Curtis Uphoff, Brett Rolls, Frank Gonzalez, Gary Butson, Tony Fetters, Dan Collinsworth, and Michael Massey. That's going to be your 21 car field. This time off of turn number 4, we should see green flag up in the air. And we are racing. Green is out 30 laps around here in Rossburg, Ohio. Field is going to make its way to 1 and 2 for the first time. Trevor Collins going to lead the field here with Russell Snellings up high. And right away, Todd off of turn number 2. Caution flag immediately out to the racetrack. Caution, caution, caution for the first time. And I don't have the first clue what the heck happened there.
Not sure what happened there, Phil. Getting all the lineups ready here and getting everything scheduled for cameras here tonight. And I'm not sure. Maybe something with Michael Massey. I don't see a lot of damage on any of these cars. Maybe it was a 233 machine of Tony Fetters. We're going to take a look back here rather quickly, see if it was Fetters involved in this one. And, guess what? I don't know. Fetters not involved in anything, Phil. I think a yellow flag just came out. Fetters has some damage to his right rear. I thought it was him, but it was nothing to do with Tony Fetters.
I think Scott Schroyer may have also got a little bit of this one as well in the 2 car. I think he was he's out there race controlling these guys out there tonight. You're out there racing and doing the admin job. It's a tough job, and I think he was trying to throw a yellow flag for whatever reason, and looks like he may have got involved in something, Todd. So go back and show us what happened to our buddy Scott out there. It looks like just trying to do the job of running the show, and unfortunately gets kind of tore up out there. Yeah,
he got into the contact there, and Molnix got into the back of him. The 25 also involved in that one. The 77 machine coming to a sliding halt there. Gary Bunzy in the number 77 machine. So the 2 of Scott Schroyer doesn't seem to have a lot of damage, but some crinkled up fenders.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a little bit unhappy with that as well. So we'll go back to racing here. Looks like about a lap from now, guys getting all doubled up back in their restart assignment. Looks like this time off of turn number 4, I believe we should see that iRacing.com pace truck find its way onto pit side, and we should put these guys hopefully back under some green flag conditions here for an extended period of time. Trevor Collins, Russell Snellings, Adam Joseph, Steven Spees, Joey Lamb. That's going to be your top 5 this time off of 4 as the pace truck is in. And what do you think, Todd? Let's throw that loud pedal down. Green flag going to go back in the air. Collins and Snellings going to drag race down to turn 1.
And Snellings on the top side. That's where I want to be. The 42 down on the bottom. Collins trying to work it over there, trying to get back up to the top side. That door has closed. The 111 of Russell Snellings up top side by side off of turn number 4. Look at Snellings shot out of a cannon off of turn number 4. And man, a 3 or 4 car length advantage over the 42 already.
Yeah, it looked like he had a rocket attached to that thing as he launched off the corner out to a 4 car length advantage here over Collins on the 42. Good battle there going on back for 3rd between the 55 of Steven Spees, the 017 of Adam Joseph. Those guys going at a toe-to-toe. Give Spees the outside lane to the 3rd spot as yellow flag once again going to come out here at Eldora. Yellow flag for the 2nd time now, working lap number 7. And trying to go on back here quick to see if we can't find what may have happened. And I'm not even sure, but Todd says he's got it. Take it away, Todd, quick as usual.
Yep, it involves the number 21 of Nathan Kassler. And Kassler coming down the track here. It looks like he thought he had a little bit more room coming into the corner. Slides up there in front of Martin Karch. Karch had nowhere to go, and heavy contact from the 17 of Brett Rolls. The 2 of Scott Schroyer involved in this one too. But Rolls had to make contact there with the 21. He had nowhere to go. So a lot of damage to Nathan Kassler and Brett Rolls in the 17 machine.
Well, somebody should page Brett. Maybe safer for him up in the broadcast booth. Got to commend him. Did a great job with me last night on the airwaves here at Full Velocity. Cool to see Brett out there doing what he does best, out there racing one of these cars. But unfortunately, the 17 going to go to the rear. Also, the 21 car, Nathan Kassler, tore up Tough to see his night starting off so cruddy here as we're 9 laps in already. 30 laps at Eldora, Todd. It's such a quick race. So when you have early cautions like this, it really takes the air out of a good long-run setup. I mean, it's fixed setup, but any kind of adjustability you build in for a good sprint with 30 laps, it kind of all goes out the window when you run the first 10 laps kind of behind the pace truck.
Yeah, indeed it does, and you can set up. Unfortunately, it's a fixed setup, so you can't really set up for anything like fuel or any of that sort there, Phil. And that's a difference sometimes, a difference maker in the supers. But as of right now, these guys doing what they can here in the Pro Late models, just trying to do and trying to get the momentum. And obviously, back as it's been back-to-back yellows pretty much for the most part, and that's what's going to hurt these guys in the long run, especially guys that are ready for a long-paced race. But we're going to wait and see here off of turn number 4. We're going to get the green flag back in the air. Snelling's going to lead the charge down into turn number 1. The 55 machine diving down to the bottom. That's Spees trying to get around the number 42 machine. And of Collins there, side-by-side battling going on there for the second spot. As we come up on 19 to go already, Phil, this race has gone off pretty quickly.
Well, it sure has, but we've had 2 early caution flags kind of really slow it down. But you can see these guys on the restarts, especially at Eldora, you got to get all you can get right away, because once you get sorted up to the top lane of the racetrack, passing becomes really difficult. Russell Snelling's there off the outside pole, launched to the race lead, and now leads by 3 car lengths here as yellow flag comes out for the 3rd time. Yellow now on lap number 13, going to slow the racing down again. And I'm thinking, Todd, my first inclinations wasn't the 5 car of Dylan Schweer who may have been involved.
Yes, indeed, and it extends here as we're looking at different things here, but it extends from a little bit of a toss-up right directly in front of him, and the 804 of Roger Jett got a little bit sideways up front in front of him, and that's what causes big chain reactions. Castro sent him down into Lamb down into the number 5 machine. Unfortunately, Dylan Schweer not where he wanted to be. Now relegated to the rear of the field here. Yellow flag number 3 going to fly out here at Eldora Speedway.
Yeah, 3rd yellow flag here. We're already eclipsing the halfway mark for this thing, and the call for race control is, and I think the proper one, single file for the second half of this race is where 3 yellow flags in, working lap number 15. So that's going to put these guys all to the top lane of the racetrack. Todd, Stellings, Collins, Spees, Lamb, and Jett, your top 5. It's going to kind of make it even more, urgent here on a restart to try to make something happen down to the low side. It's going to be a little bit tougher to do here single file, but the benefit you have now with a single file start, if you're those 2nd or 3rd place cars, you may even have an ability to maybe time one of these starts, so maybe get a jump on our race leader. It's going to be tough regardless.
Yeah, definitely going to be tough. Is the 111 Snelling's look rather fast here tonight, and his best lap is the best lap of the whole field here so far, 16.018 or 81. He's faster than any other car out there on the speedway, Phil, so far. We haven't had a lot of green flag laps either. Some of these guys get stronger as the race wears on. We're at 15 to go, though. That's starting to not play in some of the guys' favor that like those long green flag runs. iRacing.com pace track down to pit road, green flag back in the air. Snelling's not with a big advantage like he once had there. About a car length and a half over the 42 machine of Collins. Speed's running in that 3rd spot. In the 55 machine, Joey Lamb for 4, Roger Jett for 5. Those guys are pretty much staying single file. I don't think they want to see another yellow flag come out, Phil. But single file the way it lands so far.
Sure is. They stay up glued to the top lane of the racetrack. Russell Snelling's going to lead Trevor Collins by 2 car lengths. Trevor's got a really good car up high there, Todd, but I wonder what move he could possibly make there, having to run up high. He's going to have to shoot down to the bottom because I don't see Russ giving that top lane up whatsoever. He's running it so beautifully up there. Can Trevor Collins make the magic happen down low in these closing laps? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But that pesky yellow ribbon, the yellow cloth coming up from the starter stand again. Caution once again going on the speedway for the 4th time. Now working lap number 20. And just as soon as I thought we may have a race for the lead starting, we slow it back down and put the pace truck back out front. He may get the award for leading the most laps out here tonight. But yellow on the speedway, Todd, and I've got kind of 2 guesses who I think it may be, and I'm thinking it's going to somewhere start around the 25 car of Merrill Fraser. What do you got?
Fortunately, it does happen for the 25 of Merle Fraser in that machine as he comes up here in front of Frank Gonzalez. Gonzalez makes some contact, and There was no letting off there. Around they go. In the knot, roof surfing for the 25 machine. Brett Rolls backs it up. So we got two roof surfers, tandem roof surfing here in turns 1 and 2, Phil. And they're still on their lid. So we got some turtles now.
Two turtles and some synchronized roof surfing. Been a while there. You don't really want to do that in the dirt. I mean, granted, you're probably going to go off of the car wash and wash these things anyway, but up on the roof, that's kind of not where they're supposed to be. A double turtle tonight here for Full Velocity TV here at the Eldora Speedway. Dirt Slingin Outlaws Pro Late Model Series now been slowed by 4 yellow flags. 22 laps of 30 on the board. And the story here beyond the yellow fever we have is Russell Stellings up front with Trevor Collins, Steven Speech, Joey Lamb, Roger Jett, your top 5 with Adam Joseph. The Dictator, George Casto, up there running in 7th. Eddie Mullenix, Mark Karch, Curtis Uphoff. That's your top 10 here as we get ready for a restart, which should make for a little 6 or 7 lap run to the finish. But the problem with Todd, we haven't had a 6 lap run in this race yet. So can we get one here? We'll find out. We go back to green.
Yeah, back to green flag. Racing the 111 of Snellings is now your leader, but by a car length, maybe and a half over the number 42 machine of Trevor Collins. Steve Spees is running in that 3rd spot. Yellow flag going to fly once again, Phil. Yellow, we're going to have to page that Dr. Green. I don't know if he's even around. Pesky Dr. Green and some internet connections going on out there, Phil. I think the alien's trying to duck the 42, and we've seen that happen to Trevor Collins before, and the 55 machine is having a few issues there flirting with the aliens.
I don't know, maybe, and I think Adam Joseph may have had a tough break here in the 017 that put us under the yellow flag here for the 5th time now on lap number 24. So, Todd, I know you've been quick with these things before. I don't want to go page Dr. Green. Somebody wants to go take that flag from the starter stand. They're absolutely welcome to do so, but what do you got for a replay?
Whew, and I can tell you, Adam Joseph went for a tumble here down the back straight away, and he just twisted and turned, and Martin Karch upside down, so he's a turtle too. 3 turtles here tonight at Eldora Speedway, Phil. That's got to be a new full velocity record.
I can't remember last time we've had 3. It's a new broadcast record for Full Velocity TV. 3 turtles, and our buddy Martin, our graphics guy and buddy of a long time, makes up an even 3. I'm sure it's not a distinction any of these guys want, but hey, it's kind of what's going on here tonight at the Eldora Speedway in the Pro Late Models. I believe this time we may be going back to racing. I believe we may have a 4-lap shootout on our hands. Russell Stellings, once he's got up front, hasn't really had to hold off Trevor Collins because we haven't had a run long enough for green flag racing to even find out the race car. Steven Speech, Joey Lamb, Roger Jett going to be the top 5. Curtis Uphoff now from 10th to 6th on this last yellow flag. Can he be a player? Tony Fetters, Mike Massey, Dan Collins, Scott Schroyer up to the top 10. We go back to green now on lap number 26 with a 4-lap shootout.
Yeah, 4 laps are going to remain here at Eldora Speedway. Hopefully we got all the yellow flags out of the way, Phil, and hopefully they don't kill me for saying it. I just didn't jinx it here. Coming off the turn here, we're going to get 3 laps remaining for Russell Snelling. 2nd is Trevor Collins, Steven Spees running in the 3rd spot in the 55 machine. Joey Lamb and Roger Jett round out your top 5. These guys pretty much staying single file. Let's look to the back here. Great battle going on between Mike Massey and the 233 of Tony Fetters, and yellow flag's going to end this race here, Phil, as it comes out once again.
Yeah, I saw a parking lot over there in turn number 3, and I think it may have gotten the 21 of Nathan Castle again on the short end of this one. So this one for sure, as we see a green and white going to go out over the field here this time around, and I think it's academic from here that car number 111 of Russell Stelling should, for all intents and purposes, go to victory lane. We've seen crazier things happen. Trevor Collins should indeed come in for 2. 3rd should be Steven Speech, Joey Lamb, and Roger Jett should round out your unofficial top 5. 6 through 10 will be Curtis Uphoff, Mike Massey, Tony Fetters, Scott Schroyer, and Dan Collinsworth looks like he may snag a top 10. 11th, we find Frank Gonzalez, George Casto 12th, Eddie Mullenix 13th, Steve Speech 14th, Nathan Kassler 15th, and I think the rest of the field all out of the event, including Brett Rolls, Gary Bunson, Merrill Frazier, Mark Karch, Adam Joseph, Dylan Schweer. So 30 laps here at Eldora really gobbled up a lot of these race cars, but it did not gobble up that runner up front. Russell Stellings off of the corner this time around. We'll see checkered flag over his car. Russell Sellings, he's going to be the big winner of the Pro Late Models here at Eldora. So give it to him officially. Trevor Collins in for second and Steven Spies in for third there, Todd. I'm not sure where the post-race show can take us because I don't think these guys really get a true feel of how the race car or even the racetrack was going to be.
It's definitely going to be tough, Phil, for the post race, but we're gonna hang out with these guys and we're going to get down the victory lane and see what's going on. And Snellings was shut out like a cannon, but he really had no challenge, no race there because the yellow flags is just cautious breed cautious here, even in the dirt community, and it's unfortunate. Eldora, not my favorite track as far as right now, Phil. It was one of my favorite tracks when they first came out. Hopefully they'll repair this sooner or later.
I really, really hope so because it was the best racetrack when iRacing's Dirt Simulation came out here, and for whatever reason, all the changes they made, it just kind of turned a really good racetrack into something that's just not really producing a lot of good fun racing. See a lot of wrecking out here tonight. We never like to see that here. So we'll move into the post-race show for the Pro Late Models, and we'll switch gears over to the Supers here in a couple of minutes. So let's talk to our top three of the post-race show. We'll run down here. We'll talk to the driver of Carter 55, old Steven Spies, going to bring it home in the third spot here tonight. And Steven, a good third-place run for you. But I think all of us can agree there just wasn't enough laps there, even in the racetrack or out there this evening. Too much yellow to even know where the race cars were going to take us. But a third's a third, so you take a podium where you get it. I'm assuming that's probably how you feel.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I didn't have anything for Russell or Trevor anyway. Just take whatever you can get at Eldora. It's pretty much one lane, follow the leader, so that's all you can do.
And I'd assume on these restarts, things are going to get pretty crazy too, because when it goes go, especially when you're double file, you probably have to make every move you can make down to the bottom on the restart coming up to speed, because once these guys get sorted up high, it gets really tough to pass. Do you agree with that sentiment right there?
Yeah, absolutely. Even on the bottom, though, you're a tenth or two slower with the track in this condition, trying to run that bottom. So, I mean, you just have to fight your way and find a hole and put your blinker on, whatever you can do, and try to get to that outside. I saw a little hole whenever I got to the outside. I know Adam and I got together. Hopefully, whenever I watch the replay, hopefully it doesn't look that bad. I thought I had a hole. My spotter didn't say there was anybody there. So, we'll see, though.
Well, Steven, congratulations, my friend. A third-place finish. I'll turn the mic over to you. Live as usual, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch TV. So anybody out there to say hello to, the floor is yours, my friend.
Yeah, the thanks go to the Stars on Dirt team. A bunch of us running in this league, as well as the Sunday Night Stars on Dirt League, and we run together and practice a lot. So those guys certainly make me a lot faster. Just practice and can trust them a lot. And then thanks to Scott and the whole team that puts this show on. They do a great job. They're getting good car counts. Hopefully we're putting on a good show and got some people out there that enjoy watching it.
Well, we certainly enjoy bringing it to you. That's great, folks. Number 55, Steven Spies, going to finish up tonight. Third for the Pro Late Models. We'll see if he can duplicate that or maybe 2 spots better. We move over to the Super Late Models here coming up in a little bit. So we'll let him go back and debrief with his team and move a little bit further down here and find the driver of car number 42 of Trevor Collins, who really had a really good fast car tonight. Trevor, congratulations, my friend. A second-place finish, but the only problem is we didn't have enough green flag laps to even know if you had a car good enough of getting back to get around Russ. That's got to be frustrating as a driver.
It was a good night. Russell had a good night, didn't touch the wall, and he just ran a good race. Even with green laps, I wouldn't have been able to catch him.
So tell us what you think what we could do now with the racetrack, knowing it's going to be in the state it is, knowing Eldora is always a one-lane racetrack. We're going to move from fixed setups Pro Late Models to the open setups and the Super Late Models. What can you guys do to the race cars to change the fate, maybe make these things drive a little differently, maybe make a second lane to the racetrack? What kind of things can you guys do to the race car to maybe make the second race even better than the Pro Lates?
I'm not sure. I'm not going to run them tonight. I need to get off and, take care of stuff, so.
All right, well, Trevor, we're out here tonight with Full Velocity TV. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Anybody out there to say hello to or thank Bud? The floor is all yours.
I want to thank Stars on Dirt. They got me into late model, got me, where I am. And then I want to thank all my teammates, Eddie Molnex, Dylan Schweer, George Castro, Steven, Spies. They all help me out every day. So and y'all for putting the broadcast up.
All right, well, we certainly love doing that as well. Trevor Collins, number 42, going to bring it home second here tonight. The DSO Pro Late Models will let him get back to his team and celebrate, talk about a good run for those guys. But what we'll do next, we will throw this thing down to Victory Lane here at Eldora. Todd's been there a lot here recently this week. Eldora Speedway, we find Russell Snellings with that awesome move there on the initial start of the race there. Todd jumping out to the race lead. Never look back. Russ is in Victory Lane with our buddy Todd down there.
Yeah, definitely down here in Victory Lane for driver of the 111, Russell Snellings. Russell, you got out there, you got out front. That's what you got to do here, Eldora. Yellow flags plague kind of this event. It's normally not the way here at Slingin Outlaws is the yellow flags, but able to take down the victory here. Never to say less. I mean, the 42 was there, but there was not really a lot of green flag laps for you to decide to see if he was actually going to make a challenge. You were lightning fast, so you had the quickest time out there. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, it's very uncommon for this group of guys to have that many yellows, and I started on the outside for that feature, and I think that was an advantage. And I knew by the times in the heats and qualifying it would be a battle of who didn't hit the wall in the feature. We were just all so close.
Well, tell us about the differences. We're going into the super late models. Is there something that you can change? I know Eldora has been a high line dominant track since maybe the cushion came out here on iRacing, but is there something that you could change to make it roll the bottom just a little bit more?
You can find something to maybe be equal to the top, but you're not going to beat the guys on the top when it gets burned up. When it gets slick in the supers, it's really all throttle control more than setup, I would say.
All right, Russell, we're going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. We'd like to thank here on this 360 Pro Late Model win here at Slingin Outlaws.
Yeah, first off, I'd like to thank you all for broadcasting it, and Scott Stroyer and all the Slingin Outlaw guys for putting this on. This is probably one of the cleanest group of guys I've raced with on here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully these guys coming back for the Supers. Russell, you going to be back for the Supers?
I might. I got to hit the bed here. Got to get up early.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, driving the 111 tonight, Russell Snellings taking down the victory here in the 360 Pro Late Models. Slingin Outlaws, Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio. Phil, these guys didn't get a lot of time to test out how they were going to race here. Unfortunately, that's not the way of the land here at Slingin Outlaws. Normally not played by yellows, but I think it's more the track's fault.
Yeah, I got to agree with that because fixed setup, you're kind of all on the same piece. And, yeah, you get out here with a tough racetrack like Eldora, you're kind of almost going to drive it over your head to maybe make some things happen. And I think that may have plagued the race here tonight. It's really just nothing you can do. And it kind of sucks for drivers out there because nobody wants to ride around single file all night. We're all racers. We're going to make something happen. And just not happening out here tonight. So we'll shift gears over to the super late models here for the DSO guys. And probably about, 5 or 6 minutes, you'll see it on the stream from us on the airwaves. So we'll be back here with more Full Velocity TV in probably about 10 minutes here back at DSO at Eldora. Super late model action coming up next.